Introducing PANADO Pediatric Syrup 5ml sachets. They're really convenient to pack and easy to use, so you're always prepared for pain and fever, anytime, anywhere.
Now, those of you who know me, and hopefully all of you know me, you'll know this is vitally important to me and my journey. Ensuring your entire family is in good health and feeling okay is easier when you have the best knowledge and right medication to help you along the way, especially during particular milestones. And here to discuss headaches in children, teenagers and adults is general practitioner and our friend of the show, Dr. Fatima Kimi from the Kimora Med Mobile Medical Services here in Cape Town. Dr. Kimi, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I know you're normally doing one-on-one consultations, so this is kind of a one-on-one with just a lot more ones involved, but it's not lost on us how important this conversation is. Because a headache, any of us who have experienced a headache can know how debilitating or how much it can affect us.
Yes.
And when you're a child especially, you don't want to slow down. You don't want to have those sorts of things. And when you're a parent, seeing your child go through that, it's absolutely awful. So maybe a good way to start would be what prompts the headaches in the various age groups. So, and I know we're generalizing here, but when it comes to infants, children, and teenagers, what are the general causes of the headaches that they can experience?
Well, headaches is quite a comprehensive, detailed classification, but just broadly speaking, you get this sort of primary causes and secondary causes.
Okay.
So primary causes would be specific head-related condition type headaches, whereas secondary causes are there is some underlying cause that is resulting in the headache, and sometimes that can be quite serious conditions.
For sure.
So those specific conditions always need to be looked out for specifically, and the different causes can be different across the age groups. There is quite a bit of overlap as well. Specifically for infants or babies, they can't really verbalize that they're having a headache. So it's very much on the onus of the parent to sort of try and elicit what is happening. But one of the concerns specifically regarding head-related conditions in kiddies, there's always sort of the secondary causes that we're worried about, and that is usually checking to see if there's like a little bit of a bulge by the anterior fontanelle, that open space. So if that's looking sort of, abnormal in terms of shape, and just general sort of vague but non-specific persistent symptoms. So like poor feeding, very irritable, very agitated, not sleeping well, these associated vomiting or diarrhea. So just overall, your parental instincts kick in and you're like, there's something wrong with my baby, I'm concerned. And that usually sometimes can be head-related, where you're concerned of sepsis or meningitis, or even an occult head injury or head trauma as well.
Something like that. And it is terrifying. You've got a heightened sense, obviously, as a parent of a young child. When it comes to the older kids, when you're a teenager, are you starting to drift into the same space as the rest of us, where it will be informed by normal? Because I know we can get stress headaches, we can get tension headaches. There are so many different things can weigh in. What is the predominant cause when it comes to teenagers?
So the primary headaches, you're looking at the migraines and the tension type headaches that you expressed, also sinus headaches and also this very debilitating cluster headaches that we speak about. It's not as common as the rest, but it can happen and it's quite severe. And then obviously all the other secondary causes may not always be severe concerns, but you're looking at maybe eye strain, so these visual acuity issues. Yeah, so eye straining results in headaches, sort of allergens and sinus, allergy type headaches, exposure to pollen that we discussed earlier.
Sure.
And then also dehydration, sleep deprivation, caffeine intake, caffeine withdrawals.
For sure, which is commonplace in our space, but and especially if you're a new parent as well, I would imagine it plays a part there. But all of this says to me, it's great because it's forcing you to think very clearly about what's going on, whether it's within yourself or within your child at those various age groups. With the younger children, it becomes very difficult to treat. When it's a primary headache, when we know we're just dealing with the headache because of whatever conditions, how do we treat? What's the first go-to?
Well, as you said, sort of looking the underlying causes, but if it's just the primary headache, you're looking at sort of simple analgesia, so your paracetamol, your ibuprofen as well, and then also just making sure that you sleeping well, that you have adequate nutrition, that you're drinking enough fluids.
I think the water is something that we all miss, and then you have a glass and your body literally thanks you and you're like, oh wow, okay, I needed to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
I suppose most parents are asking this question in their head right now: when do I know it's gone too far? When do I need to start looking at a secondary cause or something underlying?
Yeah, I think the characteristic and the pattern of the headache. So if it's persistent and ongoing, if it's every day, if it's every morning,
the severity
of the headache, how debilitating is it? Is it affecting concentration? Is the associated confusion, visual disturbances? Other sort of symptoms like vomiting, fevers, diarrhea. So all of that and the consistency of it, has it persisted? That would require and warrant further investigation.
For sure. Listen to the voice in your head as well. I think both my beautiful wife and I feel remiss because we didn't trust our gut with our daughter, with something that she's going through right now. And it was one of those, just listen to yourself. You know your child.
Absolutely.
Even if they're really young and they can't articulate yet, you still know them better than anyone else.
100%.
But it also means foster that conversation with them, speak to them, and then, of course, if you need to, lean on the resources available. You've got a doctor ready and waiting. I hope, and I love the fact that you're mobile as well. I absolutely love that. Doctor, thank you so much. Your tone has made me feel more relaxed. Never mind just the information. You clearly are the right person to plug into for this. So thank you on behalf of all the people you're going to help today. Thank you so much. We absolutely love you. There is an opportunity for all of us to make those connections and get real with our kids, and to provide care for the entire family is one of life's greatest honors. I can speak from my own perspective as a dad, and now we get to do just that through the power of PANADO.
Being a parent can be challenging, but stepping out is when things get real complicated. That's why new PANADO Pediatric Syrup 5 ml sachets are here to make the job easier. They're really convenient to pack and easy to use, so you're always prepared for pain and fever, anytime, anywhere. PANADO, a dose of care.